I must find the perfect spoon.
Excuse me, I need a spoon.
My spoon is too big.
Spoon with me, dude!
Hi, and welcome to the Little Spoon Snatchers, episode 4. This is the Spooky Spoon. I'm Sam, this is Skip, and that's Logan, and we will be your host today for this special Halloween episode, baby. Ooh. Happy Halloween from us to you. Let's get it started. You got anything new you want to talk about? Any announcements? Anything going on in your life?
Well, I'm going to first start off by saying that the name of every episode is not released to me or Skip. Sam just says them in the moment.
Spooky Spoon.
And
That's
they're
a good
so
one.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
Until you
They
have a
catch-
bad one. I'm gonna let you keep doing the intro until you have a bad one.
Yeah.
One will come.
They catch us off guard just as much as they catch you
They're
guys
great.
off guard. But I haven't really had anything interesting in my life. Skip, I don't think you've had much interesting in your life. Sam, you had something interesting happen in your life recently.
The bar soap? No.
Oh, Lord.
I love soap stories.
No, yeah, he's right. I actually just got back from Las Vegas. We were out there for Impact Wrestling tapings. So be sure to catch that every Thursday. BTI starts at 7. Main show starts at 8. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. We got a really good set of tapings. I think everything went out really well. It was a lot of fun. First time out in Vegas, so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Got any casinos?
Literally all of them. They were just all there. Everywhere you would go to a gas station and like go buy like Gatorade or something, and guess what? There's slots just.
Oh.
One of my buddies there was like, "Oh yeah, just lost $700." I'm like, huh? And like the next day he's like, "Oh yeah, I just won 1,000." I'm like, I'm done. I quit. Like
It's Vegas, baby.
that's what I'm saying. And then another person there, she won like $800, and I was like, "Oh, congratulating her." I'm like, "Oh, you had a nice little winning, huh?" And like actually portraying it like it's a big winning, because it is a big winning. She's like, it was all right. And a big winning for me would be like $2,000. I'm like, I wish I won $800. I would be like salivating. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
And you flew on an airplane with
Yes.
a special guest. Why don't you go ahead and share that?
I did. I saw Calvin Johnson at the airport. We were rushing to get there. If we weren't like rushing and just waiting to get on board, I would have probably asked to take a picture with him because I'm a huge Lions fan and love Calvin. But like we got in line when they started boarding first class, and of course your boy Calvin, he's like first of all of them. Yeah, he's like he gets all of the perks. But like when he walked in front of me and I look at him and I'm like, holy crap, that's gotta be Calvin Johnson. And I didn't like think it right away, but I was like, oh, I know that guy. And then I saw on his like sweatshirt and his hat it said Primitive, and I knew he has his business rolling. And then I put 2 and 2 together, like we're flying to Detroit, like Calvin's like kind of from Detroit. I was like, I'm gonna look up Primitive, and then sure enough, it was like that's his brand, yeah. So that was really cool. I wish I would have got a picture with him, but
Hey,
You know,
being on the same flight as him is pretty cool.
yeah, I'm out here. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. It was a good trip for me.
Well, also, actually, I did kind of lie. Skip, you did have something kind of interesting happen to you. It was today, right? Your TikTok.
Oh, I got TikTok famous again. What can I say? I posted a TikTok of well, here's the thing. I posted the video on my Instagram story of the puzzle. So there's a YouTuber named Grady Smith, big fan. I bought a puzzle. I posted it finally came in the mail, so I posted a boomerang Instagram story. He shared it. I was like, that's pretty sweet. And then as I was doing the puzzle, my sister was like, we got to make a TikTok about it because we're big New Girl fans. Obviously, number 2 on my cream of the crop. So we make the whole Japanese garden New Girl TikTok thing. That took probably 3 hours. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, it was not easy. I don't know how these TikTokers do it, but it was tough.
Yeah, they're tough.
So we do that, and then I was like, we just post it for fun. He ends up liking the video, commenting on it, and then sharing it not only on his story but on his Instagram, like on like the actual pages.
That's awesome.
I was like, whoa! I was just hoping that he would like comment on it, but he shared it.
Right.
Dude, it was pretty sweet.
You gotta love it when like celebrities like that like retweet or acknowledge your thing. Like when I posted the video of Megan and I and Jordan Davis like retweeted and said congratulations. Like it's so cool to have people like that.
And it's like it takes such a it's such a small thing to do, but it's such a cool moment, and it's something that I'm gonna be like talking about for weeks.
Exactly, and I mean like I don't have much notoriety with like wrestling yet, but like that's why I like to stay so active with myself on like Twitter with the fans. I like to retweet and have conversations and do that.
Yeah.
Because I know how it made me feel when people like that I admired did that. So.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have anything to announce at all.
Not one.
Nothing fun.
I started my new job.
Yeah.
Look at that! What are we talking about?
No, I'm just in training, watching videos, meeting people, getting the gist of everything.
Networking.
Yeah, it's a really great company. It seems all the people are really great. It seems really fun, so I'm really excited. But yeah, nothing really.
Just a new job.
Yeah,
but,
it's like a big boy job, out here making lots of money,
No. Well, enough about me, enough about us. We're going to get to you guys, what you guys want. That's cream of the crop. Halloween episode, we decided we're going to do cream of the crop, candy. That's right. All candy.
Yeah.
Not only
that's what I was just about to say.
are we doing one cream of the crop, no, this is a super special Halloween edition. So we're going to be doing cream of the crop as well as a cream of the crap. And we're going to have our top 5 candies as well as our top 5 least favorite candies just for you on this special Halloween edition of Little Spoon Snatchers.
And then we're going to round it out with the NFL Charcuterie and our Song of the Week. Might as well run down the whole plate, you know what I mean?
I'm excited.
I am too. Let's get after it.
Good little
Let's
episode.
get after it. Who wants to start?
I'll go ahead first.
All right, go for it.
So,
Number 5.
Cream of the crop candy. I love my list. It was very, very easy to pick my top 3. But I'm going to start off with first, a very controversial one, I think, but it's Swedish Fish. I love Swedish Fish, and I'll tell you why. Is because I think they are the best gummy candy that there is, to where I can eat a lot of them and not feel super sick. They don't make my teeth hurt. They have a good consistency, whether they're warm or they're cold. They're very nice, and they have a good flavor. And yeah, but what really solidifies it for me, as I said, is just unlike gummy bears or gummy worms or anything like that, if I have too many of them, the gummy candy, it can make my stomach hurt. And sometimes like my teeth hurt too, but Swedish Fish aren't like that. I think they are a very good versatile candy, and I'm always excited when I see a package of them, so I'll always eat them. So
Disagree. I've never had a good experience with Swedish Fish. I don't like it. Never have, never will. And I love
you just got the wrong pond.
I love fish food. That's the thing. I love seafood. I love it
fish
all.
food?
Yeah, fish food. You know what I'm saying? I love it all. Swedish fish, that ain't it, boy.
I'm going to start calling seafood
I
fish
think-
food.
yeah.
It is fish food. What
It is.
else is it?
I also think if you're comparing Swedish Fish to actual fish, you're gonna be disappointed.
That's a good point. You go to like a
If you expected to
Nice
taste like
fancy.
fish,
Well, I didn't expect it to be like fish, but I expected it to be better than that junk.
not a big Swedish Fish guy, huh? It's funny that I'm sitting in the middle because I'm honestly in the middle of those two takes. Like it's not on either of my cream of the crops, but it's just an average candy to me. I don't know. I know a lot of people love it. I think my brother, it's one of his favorites. I think. I don't know.
That's
But-
yeah, a lot of people do like it. Man.
Not a big one for me either. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it like you.
I think if you're one of the best gummies candies out there, you gotta be on the top 5.
Okay.
That's just
I would
it.
take Lifesaver gummies over it.
I do like Lifesavers. Those were one of the ones competing, but again, I still feel like if I eat too many
one of my honorable
Lifesavers.
mentions.
It's gonna. But go ahead, Skip.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm starting one off with one I think is even more controversial than yours. I know a lot of people hate this candy, but it's one of my personal favorites, and I'm about to make that money because it's a payday.
I mean, it's not bad. I actually didn't think about it, but it is a pretty good candy.
I thought about it.
Just average?
It doesn't seem like a candy to me.
It
It almost
doesn't.
seems like a protein bar.
Well, it was initially, I watched a lot of GMM today, and they talked about it on there. It was initially marketed as a protein bar. That's what it started
Well,
as.
that adds up.
So it kind of makes sense. But no, it's just delicious, and especially it feels healthier too. So like if you want a candy, but you also want to try and stay healthy and trick yourself into I'm eating healthy, you just grab a payday.
Is it a trick or is it a treat?
Oh, I don't know.
I think Payday is a good solid candy, but it wasn't like it doesn't have anything that draws me to it. I mean, I love peanut and I love peanut butter,
agree.
but like it doesn't have any. It's just bland to me. It's like,
I don't hear anybody ever say, "Hey, I just want a payday."
Yeah, like no. I
Dude.
mean, yeah, I do after every week, but
Oh, sure. Yeah, good point. Maybe it is the best.
there was a while there where I was like all in on the payday, and like every time that I was like had the option to get a candy bar, it was a payday. Big payday guy.
Sam? What you got?
so my number 5 is peanut butter M&Ms. Like the peanut butter M&Ms. I like the peanut M&Ms, but they just seem like too much work. And I think just eating the peanut, but I just love peanut butter. And then like it's surrounded by chocolate and that nice hard shell. Like, it's the best. I seriously, there was a point when my brother lived at my mom's house still, and we would stay up all night and play video games, and he'd always buy the big bag of peanut butter M&Ms, and guess what? He never ate them. I ate them. They were mine. I stole them from him. But yeah, I love peanut butter M&Ms, and I would get them every single time I can. For number 4, I went with the 1,000 Grand bar. I was debating between this one or the Crunch bar, because I really like the crispy, like Rice Krispie within the chocolate. But I went with the 1,000 Grand because it adds more with like the caramel and like I want to say it has like a little bit of peanut butter in it too. I mean, at least it tastes like it to me. But yeah, it just adds more and it's funky and it's a fun bar to eat.
100 Grand is one of those ones.
1,000.
Or, yeah.
Because
Well,
it's
I don't eat it much, and anytime I see it, I never really grab it, and it's almost like payday. It's sort of in that category of like
The Krispies, man. The Krispies.
seems like forgettable.
The Krispies.
It's I don't know. It's
I mean, I like both of them, and the times I've never disliked it, but it's just one of those ones I've had probably less than 10 times in my life.
I compare it a lot to one of the ones on my honorable mention. And it was like that one or this one was gonna get the number 4 spot, but I went with 1,000 Grand because I like the Krispies.
I mean, I enjoy 1,000 Grand bar. It's just never a go-to for me.
Yeah.
That's like, it's just not a go-to. But if like I have one, I'm gonna eat it.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And that's the thing, I think, with all of mine, and even the bad ones, is if it's in front of me, like, I'll eat it. But
I mean,
it's just a matter of... But we'll
Matter.
get there. We'll
If,
get
I,
there.
if I'm if I'm in the self-checkout and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna grab one of these candy bars. Like, I'm never reaching for the 1,000 Grand.
Yeah, well, you're missing out because
Right.
you should.
Maybe I should next time.
Next time.
All right,
Next time.
I'm gonna go with my number 4. I'm going for my gummy candy of choice, which I guess it is gummy. It is actually no, not really, but still the Mike and Ike. It's more of a fruit flavor pill than a gummy. You not a Mike and Ike guy?
They're terrible, dude. They are worse than Swedish Fish.
Oh my gosh!
I'm about
you're
to
missing
walk
it.
out right now.
You don't like a good Mike
Put
and
that
Ike.
on your top 5. You can't even be serious right now. Look at your face.
No,
You're
no,
laughing.
Skip. We're starting with the top 5.
Yeah, this isn't the
This
crap.
isn't
Oh.
the bottom 5.
Guys, Mike and Ike's are so good.
No, not top 5.
They're 100% top 5.
They're terrible, dude.
100%
Where
top
are
five.
the ovens?
Listen, my dad is a big Mike and Ike's guy, and we'll grab him whenever we go on like road trips. That's like his go-to snack that he grabs from the gas station. I just end up eating them. They're so. Oh, you don't like Mike and
They're
Ike's?
garbage, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I will say,
I think
again, it's just because they're not really that gummy, but it's just in the line of 1,000 Grand or payday for me. They're good, but
They're not good.
I'll
they
never-
get stuck in your teeth, and they're like They just feel. Ugh.
Do you make sure that you're getting the Mike and Ike's and not the Good and Plenty's? Good and Plenty's ain't good.
Good and Plenty's are the
Here's
worst.
the thing. I'm not gonna get either of those two.
Oh, Mike and Ike's are so good.
Mike and Ike's are.
You're missing out.
All right, before we get into a big long argument on that, I'm just gonna jump into my number 4, and this is the one I had just added. I had forgot about it, but I just added it right before the show, and that is cowtails.
Oh.
They are so and not even the cowtails, like the long ones, but like the circular small ones that look like flat discs.
Yeah.
They're so good. The caramel and whatever that cream is.
Oh, dude, they are so good. I remember like going to like high school games and they would always
baseball games.
Yeah.
Or something, dude. And they were 25 cents each or something
Dude,
like that.
How did I forget that?
Are you ready to be mad?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot about cowtails. But if I hadn't of, they would be on my cream of the crap. 100%.
Skip.
You have the worst.
Skip is now his mission at this point is to be the black sheep of the podcast.
Exactly.
No,
and
I
he's
have-
being pretentious.
I have never, I remember when we used to go to my brother's baseball games all the time. My sister would get like a million cowtails. Like
Because they're great.
She would have like $5 and she'd be like, how many cowtails can I get with this? And she'd just take like the whole box.
Well, I know someone who is gonna hate your top 5 this week and your opinions now. Just because you just said that Lily loves them.
All right, well, she will, well, they're not actually on my bottom 5 because I forgot about them.
Well,
Yeah, I forgot about them.
oh, you did say.
Dude,
But-
they are so good. Like with the powder. They're like
Yeah.
little powdery on the.
They're not that good.
Oh my god.
All right.
Couldn't eat them. Couldn't eat them.
Then we're going to number 3. So my top 3 were very solidified, and I thought my whole list was, but then I remembered cowtails, so that's why it's not. But number 3, a good old Twix. Twix is so good.
That's my number 3 too.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Let's go. Yeah, Twix is so good.
Left or right?
Well, here's the thing. I've never seen like the peanut butter one. I've only ever seen the original one. Or anytime I ever get it in like a basket, it's always like
Yeah,
the wrong one, the normal one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never had the peanut butter one. I get what they're doing. I mean, everyone loves like
Twix
peanut
is
butter with their
amazing.
candy. Twix is so good, and that's one of the candies I will grab every time.
Yeah, like I like to. I remember when I would eat the like caramel off the top, and just to look at the bar of one of them, and then I'd eat the normal one, like the other one normal. But I would eat the caramel off, and I'd look at the bar, and be like, oh, that's so cool. Like dissect it with my while I'm eating it. Yeah, you never did that?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't.
Like how
Believe
you
it
do
or
like
not,
with,
no.
like with chicken nuggets when you eat the skin off and you look at it.
I used to do
I've
that.
done that.
Exactly. That's what I do
With,
with the Twix.
I do it with Tostitos pizza rolls. Like I like peel them with my teeth.
Wait, what? Where's the film go?
No, I peel off the top half. I peel off the top half.
Wait, what do you mean top half?
Like if it's a pizza roll, I'll like split it in half, and then it's like just a bowl of like filling, and then it's a bowl of filling
Dude,
instead
just
of a
say
pie.
your third. This is gonna be a long episode. You keep talking.
All right, my number 3. I had to put some sort of M&M thing on there, and I had peanut M&M written down. Last minute switch to the mini M&Ms. You get that tube.
They are better.
They're so much better.
They are better than the normal M&Ms. For
The
sure.
only problem I have with them is how little you get. You just get that tiny little tube. I think you need like a whole bag of mini M&Ms. You could fit so many mini M&Ms in a regular size M&M bag.
I feel like it's like an explosion when you eat like a bunch of them in your mouth, like just
No,
chocolate.
those are Pop Rocks.
I know. I'm just saying, like when you
No,
eat
that's
them.
Starburst.
Oh my. I hate you.
Sam, you're
Yeah.
number 3?
Twix.
Oh, yeah.
Good number 3.
Hey.
Hey, Sam, you're number 2.
This was difficult. Like you said, I had my top 3 solidified immediately. Twix was number 3. Number 2, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat's my number 2. Let's go. What is this?
I love Kit Kats. They
They're
are
so
so
good.
good. They're amazing. Like the wafers in the inside of them, like the Twix. The one I would take out, I'd dissect it, look at it, make it all nice and cool, and then I would eat that other one normally. And then they have like white chocolate like Kit Kats, and they have.
Disgusting.
You're weird.
Anything white chocolate is gross.
You're despicable.
Yeah, I'm not a big white chocolate guy.
No,
either.
dark chocolate all the way.
You guys are disgusting. But Kit Kat's just unbelievable. And they have the mint ones too.
Those are good.
They have like so many different varieties, but Kit Kat in general is just awesome. I get excited when I see a Kit Kat in my pillowcase when I'm trick-or-treating, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I would like sort them all out and be like, Kit Kats all over here, everything else you can go in the garbage.
Absolutely.
Except for my number one.
I love that pick. I love that pick.
I enjoy full-size Kit Kat bars.
Like the 4 one?
Yeah, when you get 4 of them. I don't like the little mini ones as much. Just
Why?
You know what? You're
Why?
probably one of those weirdos who grabs the 4 and he just
bites into it.
bites in the. You're disgusting.
No, I break them off. I don't know what it is. It's just like when they're mini, it's kind of just like, it's not a Kit Kat bar to me. But I enjoy it.
It's not enough.
I enjoy
get
a
it.
full 4 Kit Kat
I mean,
bars.
yeah, more is better.
More is better.
Absolutely. And your number 1, Sam?
I already did.
Should I? I'll do. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my number 2. Yeah, because I went 3-2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
'Cause I did.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
are probably gonna end up having the same number 1. So.
No, we're not. I know we're not.
Oh, okay.
I know we're not.
My
We had a
number
good run.
2.
That'd be cool.
We had a good run.
My number 2. I'm going with the Heath bar.
Oh.
Do you not like Heath bars? That is my, especially
I knew you loved this bar.
Oh, I'm a
I
big
knew
Heath
it was
bar
gonna
fan.
be up there
I-
for
yeah.
you.
big Heath bar. I love toffee in general, but if you go, it's my go-to for like whenever I get like ice cream cyclone blizzard things. I always get the Heath mixed in there. That's the go-to. And it just, I mean, it does hurt your teeth a little bit. That's probably
Yes.
the only reason it's not number 1. But it's just so
Oh,
delicious.
I'm interested. See your number one.
Can't hate it. Can't hate a Heath bar.
My number 2, like I said, Kit Kat. Nothing more to emphasize on. Just really good, amazing. My number 1, I know it's not your number 1. I know it's not your number 1 because you guys have both mentioned it, and I think you're wrong about the M&Ms. My number 1 is 100% the peanut M&Ms. They are, I think they're by far the best. I like them better than the peanut butter ones, and just the regular ones. The mini ones, you brought up a good point, but peanut M&Ms. I used to buy the big bags of the peanut M&Ms, and oh my gosh, I just eat them all the time.
I mean, they're great, and I think the best thing about them is that with the peanut butter M&Ms, the peanut butter and chocolate mash together when you eat them, so it's just like one.
Yeah.
Where when you eat with the peanut M&Ms, you get that chocolate flavor, and then you get the peanut
yeah,
flavor.
and I think a lot of candy is chocolate and peanut butter based already, so it's not something totally new. But with the peanut, it becomes sort of unique it's just a little bit different. But also just like seeing that little yellow bag.
Yellow, yeah.
Oh, it's just you just see it and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's the one.
You know what my biggest problem with peanut M&Ms are? Is that they always pull me away from regular M&Ms. Because I love regular M&Ms so much, but I never eat them. Because if I have the choice, I'm always going peanut.
Then what's the problem?
So that's the problem. It's because I also want to eat regular. I wish that they would separate them. Only sell one. So that way I can't. Because if I have the choice between the two, I'm always going peanut. So I think they need to separate them so that way I don't have the choice. So that way I can get some regular
Oh, you
M&Ms.
mean like
sometimes.
sell them in separate bags?
No, like at different stores. Like Walmart can only sell
Okay,
peanut.
enough of that. But I will tell
Question.
you one weird experiment concoction that you did with like your dissecting thing. With a peanut M&M, I will keep it in your mouth. I'll keep it in my mouth and then like just like let the saliva and like suck on it, sort of like a
with
Jolly
you.
Rancher or something like that. And then the chocolate all dissolves and then you just eat the peanut.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my question after this. He just
Skip
said
looked at me like
whatever.
I was stupid.
I'm gonna have to go suck a peanut M&M.
clip that.
Before whatever you said, not that beforehand. I was gonna ask, so I gotta ask, like, do you dissect it? And of course, I mean everybody does. You
Of
bite
course
off
you
the
do.
top half and you look at it. You got the chocolate with the peanut hanging out.
I've bit off the top half, but I've
yeah,
never...
stop. You're done.
Skip, I'm excited to hear you guys' number 1. So Skip, go ahead.
My number 1, I've lost you guys on my list a little bit here.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seemed to be a big fan of mine, but I'm gonna turn you all around with my number 1, the classic, the best candy bar ever made, and that's a Snickers.
It's good.
Yeah, Snickers is great.
It's
I like
just
it a lot.
it's just tough to beat. It's and especially the Snickers minis are somehow even better. It's
Again, like you said with the Kit Kats, little, like when they're little, it's just like throw it in your mouth.
So you like mini everything except for Kit Kat.
well, no. Here's why I think it's because with the Kit Kat, it's like it's all the same. Like you don't get the insides are it's just wafer, you know, with chocolate. With a Kit Kat or the Snickers, you get the peanut and the caramel and everything that's in a Snickers, and I think you get more of it condensed. If that makes sense. I think there's just more flavor to it.
Sure.
I don't know. Someone test the science behind that.
Yeah. Try.
Well, my number one, I put the pumpkin peanut butter Reese's cup because Halloween, makes it better. And I think
Never had it.
you've never had the pumpkin one. I mean, it's just like the Christmas tree. It's just designed in a pumpkin.
Oh. I thought it was a pumpkin flavor.
No.
Oh, I see.
I like Reese's peanut butter cups. I think in any form, like they're just great. They just came out with this new one that is like double peanut butter. So it's like a double. It's like peanut butter, like what would be the chocolate, and then inside, and those were freaking amazing. But yeah, I'm a big peanut butter guy. So
My favorite Reese's were the Reese's cups with the pieces in them.
I've never had that.
You've never had that?
That's crazy.
Or they had like a Reese's bar that was something like that as well.
Yeah, they probably. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, probably. They have the peanut butter, or they have pretzel ones, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well,
I have peanut butter.
I-
I'm just a big Reese's guy.
Yeah, I've always been. I don't want to make you guys mad because you guys already seem to hate me. I've always been disappointed with Reese's cups.
I agree with you.
I think I think
agree.
they're the most disappointing candy in the sense that like when you get chocolate and peanut butter together, you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. And then when you buy them and take a bite, you're like, I mean, it's all right.
Well, here's this. I'm gonna roll into my honorable mentions now because
Okay.
my top honorable mention is a Reese's, but it's what I think is the best Reese's, and it's Reese's Pieces.
Oh, the little like.
I love
M&Ms.
Reese's Pieces.
Yes, they're like M&Ms, and the peanut butter in the middle is smooth. I think they're smoother than the peanut butter M&Ms, but yeah, the Reese's cups, for me, like the peanut butter inside sometimes can get like pretty flaky,
Yeah.
and it's just like kind of too dense. But I love Reese's Pieces. So I have Reese's Pieces, and so that's sort of a testament to Reese's. I mean, I do like Reese's a lot. And then Almond Joy is on my list. Great combination with the almond and chocolate and
The coconut.
coconut, so good. And then third is Mr. Goodbar.
Dude, guess what my honorable mentions are?
What?
Almond Joy, Mr. Goodbar, and then the right Twix.
Okay.
We got two of the two.
Yeah,
We're
that's
like
good.
you almost.
I started liking his list a little bit better. Yeah, Mr. Goodbar, have you ever had it? You like it?
I like Mr. Goodbar.
You don't
Especially
like, you
the
don't like
minis.
Almond Joy?
That's the worst candy. Spoiler alert, that's my number one on crap. It's the worst candy bar.
You're a fool.
No, you're so
Do you
Worst-
not like coconut?
Absolutely not. It's
Okay,
the
well then
worst,
he doesn't like coconut.
worst
There you
flavor
go.
ever.
I mean, you're not gonna like it if you don't like coconut.
Almond Joy is terrible.
Well, Sam, tell us your honorable
Worst.
mentions.
Snickers. The best gummy candy, Sour Patch Kids. And then the bar that was going to take the 1,000 gram bar, but I put it at honorable mention to take 5.
Sour Patch Kids, they make my tongue like
Red?
Yeah, like raw
Yeah,
when you eat them.
I
And that's why I couldn't put them on my list.
love them.
I love Sour Patch Kids.
You know, I
I mean, I love them all.
I
Love
can't
them all.
believe you guys put Almond Joy in your honorable mention.
How
Almond
do
Joy
you-
is so bad.
Oh, it's so delicious.
So good.
so
Dude.
terrible.
You
The
never-
red
did
bar
you,
or
did
the
you not
blue?
even have the Girl Scout cookies? What are they? The Samoas?
Yeah, the ones that are like
The coconut
the flaky. Yeah, they're garbage too.
Oh,
So raw. They're the best.
No.
when you eat your almond joys, do you like sometimes bite the almond off the top and like dissect it?
No.
Oh, I was trying to like. I do sometimes.
Not once have I done that.
Sometimes. Like, you got like a little like almond button right
That's
in the middle.
disgusting.
That's it.
Well, as promised, got double cream of the crop for you. Cream of the crap this week. So we're gonna jump on into that one. Got another cream. Sam, you want to start this one?
Yeah, I will. I can't believe you guys have Almond Joy in one. I'm gonna start with my number one, Almond Joy. It's terrible.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
You guys can start with your 5. I'm starting with my number one, Almond Joy. It's terrible.
Okay.
Not a big almond joy fan. Huh?
I hate it. It's
Weird.
the worst. Like in my sign language class, she asks us like, what's your favorite candy and least favorite candy? Every single time I literally spell out Almond Joy. and she like always stops me because she knows I'm already saying it first or signing it first. Because it's that bad. I go through the lengths of signing that long name because of how terrible it is.
I was gonna say I just say like Twix. I just lie.
Yeah, exactly. Like you would think that. No, I spell it out because I hate it that much.
Nice.
Go with your number 5.
Oh, my number 5. This is one that you mentioned but didn't have on your list, and that's the Crunch Bar. And
Crunch Bar's on my honorable mention for top 5 worst.
I put it on there just because it's you get it with every Lunchable. And it just is the worst part of a Lunchable. And I always think, like, I save it for the last thing because that's what you're supposed to do with the candy bar. And then I eat my Lunchable and I was like, oh, that was so good. And then I eat my Crunch Bar and I'm like, why?
Why?
The thing with Crunch Bar is, like, I want it to be as good as, like, a Mr. Good bar. Like, that's what it's sort of like the vibe it gives off is, like, some textured chocolate. But the chocolate I've never liked to start. And then, like, the Rice Krispies, they just don't match up to, like, peanuts. And so I don't like Crunch Bars at all, and they're in my honorable mention for it. So my top 5 is a controversial one, and I'll preface this by all of these except for my number 1 I do like and will eat if they're in front of me, but they're not particularly the best. And number 5, that's candy corn. Candy corn it's a staple of Halloween. Like if I eat it, it's good. It's got a weird texture, but I typically will never eat it unless it's right in front of me.
I don't hate it. Like
so. But it's low on the list because I when I start eating it, I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then I eat it a little bit more, but yeah.
you gotta respect it, yeah.
And then number 4, gonna be the first gum on this list. It's Double Bubble gum. Trash. Number 4? No
That's
way.
on your list?
That's my number 4. I mean,
Oh, we don't know your number 5. But
yeah, but I mean, yeah. I
it
agree.
loses its flavor in 3 seconds. It's got the weirdest texture. Like, it's so chalky when you first bite into it, and then when it's like softer, it's still like a wet concrete. It's so
It's terrible.
weird.
It's and guess what? Every time you walk around with your pillowcase and you get some candy, guess what? You're gonna dump it out, and there's gonna be a billion of them because everybody's so cheap and they give out Double Bubble.
I just give it to my dog.
It's terrible.
Can I tell you, I don't have...
Why?
Wait, you get...
I'm kidding.
I don't have Double Bubble on mine. I don't have any gum on mine. But if I would have put a gum on mine, it'd be Juicy Fruit.
What?
Do you guys like
No.
Juicy Fruit?
Juicy Fruit's the same thing where you lose its flavor, but Double Bubble is so much worse.
It's chalky. That was a great
The way
description.
it's like designed is like a gear.
Yeah.
Who wrote that off? Who said, yeah, that's a good idea? Skip, go
I
ahead.
don't mind.
Double Bubble's terrible. I agree.
My number 5. This is a very controversial one, and it's going to make a lot of people mad. I've never been a fan of them. Any kind that you serve me, not going to eat it, and that's Nerds. I just think that they're very, like, I don't know. I just could never get into them. Like,
I like Nerds.
they just,
hate 'em.
they taste, it's not the taste, it's the texture of Nerds. And, like, the tiny little crunchiness of
I
them.
love the texture.
I can't do that. I don't like them. I don't like them very much at all. And then even that, if the texture wasn't bad enough, the taste also isn't good. Like, the taste isn't terrible, but it's not good enough to justify the texture, if that makes sense. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it makes sense. It was
Yeah.
a very good
Yeah.
argument.
Cool.
I just think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
I think Nerds are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Well, since I'm going all out of order, I'll go with my number 5.
Go 5-3. Because you already gave 4, right?
I gave 1 and
Oh.
4.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Dots. I think Dots are bad.
I did have them on my list, but I took them off. They just edged out, but they were close.
I just don't like them. Like, they just get stuck to your teeth. Like when you, I mean, when I'm looking at like the list, I go back to thinking of when you're trick or treating and when you dump out your pillowcase and you see a box of Dots, you're like, this is terrible. I'd rather have seen a box of Milk Duds.
It's kind of dumb they come in boxes.
Yeah, why? Like, they just come in a bag.
I
Like,
guess Nerds did too.
waste them. But Nerds are respectful. You can, like, they're little and, like, I don't know. It's always fun to dump them back, you know?
It's always true.
Dots, and when they come in the little box, there's like 2 of them in it. And
That's true. That's the problem.
And then they both get stuck in your teeth, and you're like sitting there like scrubbing your teeth with your fingers. Like, it's terrible. Dots are garbage. Never will eat them ever again.
I'll be the guy that takes your Dots from you when we go trick-or-treating.
Well, guess
I'll
what?
take
Have them. I have all of them.
Wait, so have we said 4 yet?
We did.
So you say 3, and
I've
then
already
we'll get to
said
3.
3 of them already. I said dots.
Oh, yeah, you only got
dots
one left.
is 5, 4 is
There's
double
got two.
bubble, and
Oh, yeah.
1 is almond joy. So
Let's
I got
go with
3
you.
and 2.
You give 3, and then you give.
Okay, my number 3 is the candy of choice for all elementary school teachers for prizes. That's Smarties.
All my honorable mentions.
Awful. I
Same.
mean, they were good as kid, but now like the chalkiness, they're nothing special, and you don't know what flavor any of them are. You just open them up, you throw them in.
So true.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, and sometimes like you said, you at Christmas you unleash all the candy, and then half of them are like it's unrolled because it's not like securely
on the bottom of
packaged.
your
Yeah,
stocking,
it's just
yeah.
there's dust everywhere. Pretty bad one for me.
I'd like to think that I would be smarter today if I had more of an incentive to answer questions right in elementary school.
Sure.
That's what I blame it on. I blame Smarties on my lack of an education.
That's true.
If they were getting out many Snickers, dude, I'm getting every question right, and I'm in Harvard right now. It's the Smarties that killed me.
That's right.
Wow.
All right, my number 3. My number 3 is one that I couldn't not have it on my list because it's that bad, and that's snow caps. They're like those little chocolate discs with like white crunch things on them.
I literally have no idea what you're
I've
talking
never
about.
even
Never
seen
seen a snow cap. I get them all the time for Christmas, and that's when they come around, and they're so bad. Like they're like I can't even like imagine tasting them. That's how bad they are. Look up a snow cap. You guys got computers and stuff.
Yeah, well,
Look up a snow cap, and you'll be like, "Oh, I know what those are. Or I've seen those somewhere." It's no W in the snow cap, by the way, when you look it up.
Oh, it's a bird.
Look at those things.
Oh wow, those look kind of good though.
They're not.
Let me see.
Don't be fooled.
Ignore the dog. They look like chocolate with like white sprinkles on it.
I've seen them. They actually look
I have
good.
seen them.
Don't be
now that
fooled.
you're
Don't be
saying
fooled. Don't be fooled. You're gonna be like, oh, they actually look kind of good, and then you're gonna go eat them and be like, bleh. So don't do it. I'm warning you now. Snow caps, bad. Thumbs down. Number 3. Sam, what's your number 3?
Mine is circus peanuts.
On my honorable mention.
Yeah, I would put Peeps here, but I felt like Peeps. I felt like Peeps are more Easter candy, so I didn't want to put it in the Halloween. So I was like, they're kind of on the same level to me. So I went with circus peanuts. I think they're terrible.
We never specified Halloween, just candy in general, but
Yeah.
I like Peeps.
I don't like Peeps.
Me neither.
I don't like
Peeps
Yeah,
are
it's
gross.
missing
Peeps are
out.
gross.
You guys are missing out.
But so are circus peanuts. So good pick. Good
Yeah,
number
they're
3.
on my honorable mention because I can eat them, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Like, why would you?
Yeah.
Uh, your.
I only have one more.
Yeah. So now we'll go back here.
My number 2 is Milk Duds.
I love Milk Duds.
Never
too.
liked them, hated them. Yeah, it was everyone's like movie theater choice of snack. I've never liked them at all.
Same complaint with I like them because I think they're good, but they're the same thing as dots. They come in a little box and you get 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they stick to your teeth real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
You really got
but
to work to get them up, but they're good.
they're worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I've never found the charm of them.
I'm a big Milk Duds guy.
I like them.
My number 3 is one that I don't hate
number
this
2?
one. Oh, my number 2. You're right. My number 2, I don't hate this one, but it's 3 Musketeers.
My number 2.
And I think that good.
Wow, really?
The 3
They're not
Musketeers.
bad.
But the reason that I have it here is because it's trying to dance with the big boys. It's like whenever you see them, you compare them. They come in like the same thing as like the Twix and the Snickers and the Kit Kats, and they're not. They're just not even close to that level. If they were like a sub tier, like a 1,000 gram or like a Crunch Bar or like on like the second level of candy, I'd be like, yeah, they're pretty good. But they're trying too hard. They're not on that level, and everybody tries to put them there.
It's not a very good argument.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what you're saying.
They just don't fit. With,
I think they are better than a Payday or a 1,000 gram.
You're a fool.
I've never had one, and I've been dissatisfied. Like I eat it, and then it's good. It's not bad.
Oh, it's my number 2. I hate it too because it has coconut in it.
Oh.
It's
Does
terrible.
it?
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't think it does.
Well, when I eat it, it tastes like coconut to me, and I hate it.
I was about to say, I don't feel like I would.
I'm gonna 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead and look it up. But I'm pretty sure it has coconut in it, because that's why I've always hated it. And if it doesn't, then maybe I'll give it another shot. But
Ingredients.
I don't think it has.
Yeah,
It might though.
Did you?
I think it's just chocolate and nougat, isn't it?
It's got milk chocolate, sugar, corn syrup. It's got some palm oil.
Okay. Sure.
coconut.
Yeah.
Coconuts come from palm trees.
Dude, you're kind of right. Maybe it's just straight coconut.
yeah.
No, it's like just a powdery chocolate stuff on the inside almost. Not powdery, but like
Oh, it's nougat.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that what nougat is?
Well, it tastes like coconut to me, and I
Isn't
hate
it?
it. So
What is that? Is that nougat on the inside there? It's almost like a Play-Doh consistency on the inside.
No, you guys are wrong.
It's almost like a Play-Doh.
You guys are
consistency.
whack for putting that at top 5.
No, it's definitely number
Whack.
two. Number two. I agree with you, Sam.
nice.
Nice.
Whack. Well,
Number 1. Do you want me to go? Because actually, you've already said mine, so I will go.
Sure.
And that's candy corn.
mm,
I've never liked candy corn. That's why it's.
yeah. I'll go my number 1 because you already said it. My number 1 is Heath.
What?
Think that is the one candy that I have never ever liked. Awful, not good, worst candy ever.
You're a fool.
Nope. I knew that you would be mad about it because I know you love Heath.
Oh my
And you've
God.
loved Heath for as long as I've known you, and I've even given it a try many times, and I have never once liked it. Not once has it ever been like, this is okay. It's not like a Three Musketeers where this is okay. This is just bad. Toffee's bad.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys aren't toffee guys?
Heath is bad.
Heath is the worst.
You guys
candy
are missing out, I think. And I think this is why I'm glad that people have different taste buds. Is so that way I don't have to
So I don't have to eat Heath's.
I don't
Yeah.
have to experience a world without Heath bars. I couldn't imagine a world without Heath bars. I'm gonna go get a Heath bar.
It's like you said, it's probably good in ice cream because ice cream masks
Oh,
it.
get a Heath ice cream.
Yeah,
Then you'll be like,
that's the
yeah.
only way I could probably eat a
I'm
Heath.
all
with
in.
My
masks.
number one's Almond Joy.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Weird, bad take.
Terrible.
All right. What are your honorable mentions?
Don't you have to do your number one?
Mine was candy corn.
Oh.
I already said it. It's also bad.
No. My honorable mentions were Swedish Fish.
Smarties. And one that has not been mentioned, and to be honest, I do eat it. Like, if it's there, I will eat it. But it's something that I'm just like, I guess I'll eat it. And that's Twizzlers.
Oh,
Twizzlers are
I love
great.
Twizzlers.
Why weren't they on your list?
How dare you?
They're not top 5.
Oh, they're great, though.
They're great.
No, they're not.
My
Great
top
snack.
My top 8 are great, are amazing, and there's still a lot that are great.
I'm just not a big
Snickers is
fan of
great.
Twizzler.
What
I
about
just-
red vines?
No.
The ones you can peel off.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, those are bad actually. I don't like those. I like
You're
Twizzlers. I don't like red
I like
vines.
both. They're both good.
I don't like red vines.
Ridiculous.
My honorable mentions, I went with the tropical Snickers, or Skittles, wow. The tropical Skittles, like the green bag. Smarties, and then the Left Twix.
The tropical Skittles?
Yeah.
Those
not a
are the
fan.
best.
No, those are bad. I don't like them at all.
Oh, maybe no. Okay.
And they're not in the green bag. They're in
No.
the light blue. Like
Yeah, the light
shirt.
blue bag. The light blue
Yeah,
bag.
they're like the coconut and the pineapple ones, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
they're
not coconut, but pineapple. I think I remember.
They're the bad ones.
They're still
They're the bad
They're
ones.
still good. My honorable mentions: Circus Peanuts, which was said, Crunch Bar, which was said, and one that wasn't said, Whoopers, or Whoppers.
Whopper. Yeah.
Those aren't good either. And but they're like you'd eat them. You know, like
I would never.
no, never.
They're too hard, and they don't like the weird inside. I don't know what it is, but it's just bad. I don't.
You
like
know
it.
one candy bar that didn't get any love on either crap or crop that I just think deserves to be talked about is the Milky Way. I think the Milky Way is a solid bar. Pretty good.
I think it's just as good as the Three Musketeers. A little better.
Pretty generic.
I think I rank those two the same. One thing that was on my list that got taken off for the Cowtails that I just threw off my list was the Extreme Airheads.
Oh,
Like
Those are
the
good.
like the long rainbow ones with
Yeah.
like the sugar on
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they do it well.
Skittles, other than your tropical one, didn't get much love.
I love Skittles,
Or
just not
Starburst.
tropical ones.
Or
That's what,
Starburst, yeah.
Mhm.
Those are good too.
Crazy.
It's a good crop though.
Yeah.
Great harvest.
I'm Hey, we're gonna post these on our social medias,
Yes,
and
sir.
we're gonna have you guys vote. So make sure, and also just let us know down in the comments what's your top 5 favorite, top 5 least favorite. Let us know what you want and don't want in your bag this Sunday. I'm winking, but you can't see it actually.
All right, well, now we're going to get into NFL Charcuterie. So I actually didn't put I forgot about the tallies, but last week I won 3, and both of those two won 2 because they picked all of the same games.
I don't like
So I'm still in the lead. My lead's by 2 now over Sam, and Sam and Skip's point differentials have not changed.
So what are we at though?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
well,
what I think I'm at 10 wins. You're at 8. Skip's at.
I was at after last week. I was 6-4.
Okay, you're at 8. I think I was at 4 wins, so
I was at 7,
I'm at 6 wins.
and I got 3.
So I'm at 8.
I'll take 6 wins.
Okay. So the games that we have chosen today, or for this week, are the Falcons and the Panthers, the football team and the Broncos, the Steelers and the Browns, the Cowboys and the Vikings, and the 49ers and the Bears. So that's our little spread. Yeah, I'll just start off Falcons and Panthers.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Falcons this week. Panthers are a joke. Christian McCaffrey is their whole offense, and him out just kind of shows it. And Falcons have hit their stride, and Calvin Ridley's coming back. So that's my take. Falcons.
Pretty easy. Sam?
I'm going Falcons. I think that they are like hitting on all strides right now. I think the Panthers are, like you said, the big buns, and I think with Calvin Ridley coming back, and Kyle Pitts, he went off last week. I think he's starting to figure it out. I think they're going to put one together this week. I don't think they're going to necessarily a good team by any means. Like, they're not going to make a run to make the playoffs or anything like that. I just think they're going to win this game against the Panthers.
Sure.
I'm going Falcons. Christian McCaffrey's Panthers' whole offense. Kyle Pitts went off. Calvin Ridley's coming back. Blah, blah, blah. You guys said the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, so before we go to the next game, let's just preface last week how Skip did this whole charade about National Tight End Day and picked every team based on the best tight end.
Yeah.
But last week, every time I looked at like red zone or anything like that, a tight end scored.
Yeah.
Tight ends were getting the ball left and right.
Oh, I need to look at... They put a stat out there, NFL did. They put a post. It had, like, I want to say 150-something receptions and, like, 6 touchdowns for, like, 700 yards or 800 yards or something, like, ridiculous, like, by tight ends on tight end day.
I would believe it. Like, they were all just...
I gotta find
like the Cincy tight end.
That's where
Who's
I made a
Bengala?
couple mistakes because he ended up going off and Andrews didn't. So I should have realized
That's
who the
right.
better tight end really
Pitts
was.
went off. Yeah, you just don't really know in those situations.
But you know what? Hey, what I tell you, it's not National Tight End Day this week though. So I don't know who to pick.
But it was just kind of funny how you just made that whole charade and then it kind of worked out to where like
Definitely didn't work out.
Well, not for your picks, but all of the tight ends seemed to be getting love that day.
Damn,
It was crazy.
it's a holiday.
All right.
It's a holiday.
Well, he's looking that up. Skip, you want to do the next game?
Oh, the next game that we have, we are going with the Washington football team versus the Denver Broncos. I don't know if you guys remember, but the first week that we did this, we had to pick a game. It was the Broncos versus the Steelers. At this point, the Broncos were 3-0. They'd beaten the Jets, the Jags, and the Giants. 3 really bad teams. And I said the hot take that, well, the Steelers are just as bad, so I'm going to take the Broncos. And ever since that game, the Broncos have gone 0-4. Haven't won a game.
It's true.
Guys, I think the Washington football team is just as bad as the Giants, Jets, Jags, and I'm going to take the Broncos here. I think the Broncos are good enough to beat bad teams. I'm going to take them. I know Miller's out, so that's going to be a real damper on things, but I'm still taking the Broncos.
I'm taking the football team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they aren't good. But like you said, the Broncos are also not very good. They have been on an 0-4 skid.
Yep.
I mean, like the two games that we're picking, the Panthers and Broncos, those two teams might be the coldest teams in all of NFL. And I'm not going to go with them. So I'm going with the football team. I think Heineke is a okay quarterback. He's not terrible. Good enough to get the job done. I think that defense for the football team is going to put it together and have a good game against Bridgewater.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Broncos. Washington's been a disappointment, but for a few reasons, Scary Terry's out. So
Is he?
and Jerry Jeudy is back.
Well, look at that.
So those are my two reasons. I don't know. I think with those two things, and Curtis Samuel, who is a wide receiver too, is still kind of questionable at Washington. So I think the Broncos are going to pull away with it. Daddy Teddy, he's going to get it done.
Daddy Teddy.
I did find the post, by the way. On National Tight Ends Day, tight ends combined for 118 receptions, 1,382 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
I was going to say 6 touchdowns seemed a little low
Yeah.
for all the things I was seeing, but yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. They went off.
Yeah, they did.
Off.
What are you gonna do about it?
I mean, happy TAE Day, you know what I'm saying? The next game we pick are the Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Who you got?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Steelers here. Because I don't know if you know this. I don't think the Steelers are very... I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're a great team. I think they've definitely gotten better than they were the first week that we did this, and I picked the Broncos to beat them. I wouldn't pick the Broncos to beat them now. But the Browns are still not 100%. And for that reason, I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Browns. For one reason. Nick Chubb is back.
It's questionable still.
He's coming back. And even if he doesn't, that backup running back that they had showed that he was
Johnson?
pretty good. Yeah.
The Ernest.
The Ernest. He did have a day for my fantasy team.
I played against him. It's ridiculous. I'm going with the Steelers as well. All of Cleveland is banged up, sore. And also it's a divisional game, like you said, so they're going to be close. Tomlin is, I think, a future Hall of Fame coach. So,
Until he goes to USC.
Yeah, or Urban does. So, and I think the Steelers have a lot of weapons that they have at their disposal on offense and defense. So, on paper, they should be good. So I don't know. I feel like they're gonna figure it out. And a normal Sunday, I pick the Browns, but they are so banged up that I just can't pick them.
Jarvis is back.
Oh, okay. That helps a little bit.
Mhm.
But
I don't know if I think Baker's questionable. But Case Keenum still is. He's serviceable. He'll do the job.
sure. Next game, Cowboys and Vikings. So this one was tough because Dak is not 100% for the game, which puts us in me in a little tight situation because if he doesn't play, I would pick the Vikings, but if he does play, I'm going to pick the Cowboys. So I'm going to go ahead and assume he's going to play, so I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I do think the Vikings, like the Steelers, they're good on paper. They should be good. They should be better than what they are. But I think their coaches, I just don't know what to feel about the coach, but the Cowboys probably one of the best teams in the NFL from this, and yeah, they're well rested too because they just come off a bye. So
I'm going to go with the Vikings. Couple reasons. One, I think the Vikings have an electric offense with Justin Jefferson and Thielen and Dalvin Cook and Mattson. And then another thing is that they're playing in Minnesota. So, I believe, right?
isn't this the primetime game?
Yeah.
It is the prime.
I think they're playing
Kirk Cousins doesn't do good in primetime.
He doesn't. That is one thing that scared me. I'm pretty sure they're playing in Minnesota.
Might be.
So that's another reason. And the Cowboys have been so hot as of late that streaks are bound to be broken. And I think this is the week that they do.
A wise man once said.
Mhm.
That's right.
Be like that sometimes.
Oh man, I don't want to say it because my whole family are Cowboys fans, but I think that because every year you hear, oh, the Cowboys are back, they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, blah 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 blah. I think that for the first time in my lifetime, the Cowboys actually have a legitimate team with a legitimate chance at a Super Bowl. And I'm not talking good team. I'm not talking great team. I'm talking Super Bowl contender team. And yeah, so I'm picking the Cowboys here. I think that they're. I mean, I don't want to pick every game.
This might be really bad for me.
Yeah, this is
because the next game. I think we picked the same team.
I would assume if you're picking who I'm thinking, I think
this might be really bad.
Hey, last week we doubled up, and you clearly weren't the guy to go with, so I'm doubling up with him this week. But yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys. I think they're probably the. I don't want to say best team in the NFC, but
And it's a huge week for me because
you can make a comeback.
You could do a big swing.
a big swing. I mean, we have every game different except for the Falcons.
So I'm
you get
picking the
them all
Bears. I'm picking the Bears in the next game.
Oh, well then why don't we just go into that?
49ers versus Bears. I'm taking the Bears. Again, like the Vikings, it's in Chicago. I think Justin Fields is going to start getting it going a little bit. And, yeah.
Rumor has it he might not even start this week.
Rumor. We'll see.
He's been looking bad. Bears are boo-boo.
Oh, they are. Don't
And
get me wrong.
Khalil Mack is out as well. So, I'm going the Niners.
There it is.
I think that they're a contender. Maybe not for Super Bowl, but they're a playoff team for sure. I think.
No, they're not.
I think they are.
They're a playoff.
I think they'll get it going.
Here's the thing. This is my whole thing, is I'm not even going to judge last week's game
Because it was raining.
at all. Because when you have weather like that, you just can't even, it doesn't even count. I don't think that game should count.
They look
Carson
terrible.
Wentz threw the worst interception I've ever seen in my life. Like, that was a boo-boo interception. Did you see it?
I unfortunately didn't get to watch any football.
He was like running in the rain and he like was about to get sacked from behind. He's like slipping, so he like tried to just throw a shuffle pass right to a lineman. Like, it wasn't even like just.
Actually, I did see that one. I did.
It was so bad.
And then didn't the Niners have one that like bounced off like three guys and then Darius Leonard like picked it off?
Oh, I don't remember that.
I don't know. It was a very unfortunate game all around. And I just don't think this game should count. I think it should count as, we'll give the Colts the win. I think the Colts are in the win.
Well, yeah, backup quarterback, I told you.
I don't think you should give the Niners a loss there. I think they should just play a 16-game schedule. And I think that's how that needs to work.
I think the Niners are fine.
I think they're fine
Yeah,
too.
when you play, I mean, like we said, backup quarterback last week is good. But the Bears are so bad.
Bears are so bad.
Justin Fields is just not doing it. I mean, it might just be Chicago, but it also might just be the OSU quarterback curse.
Oh, Fields is going to be fine.
So,
It's just
maybe.
Chicago.
Yeah, could be. But also Khalil Mack being out is gonna. I think the Niners are gonna just go all
Good
over.
game.
Yeah, could be.
We got to run through our picks.
Yep. I'm going Falcons, football team, Browns, Vikings, Bears.
Logan, do you mind just saying both of ours?
Yeah. So for me and Skip, we both picked the Falcons, the Broncos, the Steelers, the Cowboys, and the Niners. So big week. Could be a big swing for Sam, but also could be a big swing for me and Skip. Because Skip can throw in a second here.
That's all I'm playing for right
so
now.
big,
I'm not
big,
going to be able to.
big swing either way. So that's it for NFL Charcuterie. We're gonna go into Song of the Week this week. Guys. So I know Song of the Week is supposed to be like what you're listening to this week. So I can't unfortunately cheat and pick a Harry Styles song because I haven't been listening to Harry Styles. There was a complaint about our songs of the week, and if I were to pick a Harry Styles song, I would be the #1 favorite for song of the week. But I can't cheat it. I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna do another Need to Breathe song. I think they're so good that I'm gonna do it twice, and that's all I've been listening to. And it's "Carry Me" by Need to Breathe. Did you listen to Need to Breathe? I know you didn't. I know you didn't. It hasn't come up on Pandora yet?
No, it
Oh,
hasn't.
weird.
No.
Crazy.
Crazy.
But Need to
Wow.
Breathe, everyone should listen to them. They're super good.
What's the song?
Carry Me. Yeah.
Great. All right. For me, my song of the week this Saturday, I went to a Kip Moore concert, and in the concert, he came out at in the middle of the concert, he came out just him and a guitar, sent his band to the back, and he was just like, "So what do you guys want to what do you guys want to hear?" Blah blah blah. And everybody's yelling out all these songs. Backseat was said. I started a backseat chant.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah. And then somebody else said lipstick. You hear all these songs getting yelled at. And then I'm sitting there like, what do I really want to hear right now? So then I yelled out, "That Was Us," a bunch of times, like a lot, over and over.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then as the band was coming, and then he played a couple songs, and then as the band was coming back on, he walked up to all of them, and then he went up to the thing, and he's like, "We don't normally play this, but I heard someone yell it," and then he played "That Was Us."
No,
and I was like,
that's
"Let's
awesome.
go!" So "That Was Us" is going to be my song of the week,
That's awesome.
just for that reason.
Interesting.
My song of the week, it could be an album, but we only are doing songs, so I picked my favorite off of that album, Mayday Parade. Let me make sure it's the right way. Mayday Parade, When I Get Home, You're So Dead. I love that song. I'm a huge Mayday
What's
Parade.
the song title? I'm confused.
When I Get Home, You're So Dead.
I thought that was the full. I thought that was the full song title.
It's When I Get Home, You're So Dead. I know how it starts, like When I Get Home, I know, and then that's why I wanted to look it up and make sure I knew the whole title. But yeah, When I Get Home, You're So Dead. I haven't stopped listening to it. I mean, I'm a huge Mayday Parade fan. That whole Orange album that they play is, I can listen to every single song on repeat. But right now, it's my favorite off the album. So
Nice.
with that,
Good song.
Good job, guys. Good show.
great show, fantastic, Spooktoberness.
Absolutely. There was one quote that you said that I thought, you know what, that could be the name of the episode. It was when you were talking about Three Musketeers. I think you said they're just trying to hang with the big boys or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be a great episode title.
Hmm.
But it's Halloween themed. Spooky
Gotta be
Spoon.
Hey, don't spoil our next week episode name.
Yeah.
weird.
I saw that and I heard that and I was like, that's so poetic. I mean, I know you read it somewhere on the internet.
I did not read it anyway.
But that's our show this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're listening on Spotify and YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that notification, comment. Comment your song of the week, what you think the NFL games are going to be, or your cream of the crop.
Or the cream of the crap.
Absolutely. We appreciate any feedback, anything, and reach out to us on our social medias. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, all of that.
Also, be on the lookout for YouTube exclusive videos that we will be posting here shortly, very soon. We haven't discussed a release date yet, but we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna videotape it. Good little competition between the three of us, and it's gonna be an awesome time. So,
Well, have a happy Halloween, everyone.
make sure you get all the candy. All the candy, you know what I'm saying?
All the almond joys, am I right?
Yeah.
Nice. Good show, guys.